It's Friday the 27th of September. And I'm down here at Nunmonkton and it's hammering down with rain and quite windy. But it's nice and warm. I thought the river would have been higher, but it's coming up. Last week we had Humberto. At the moment we've got Jerry, and over the weekend we're going to get Lorenzo. You might wonder what that's about. These are the names of the hurricanes which are petering out as they come across the Atlantic, and they're beginning to appear here in the United Kingdom. So they bring in lovely warm rain with them. So I suspect that this weekend there will be some great barbel fishing. Anyway, the rods are ready. I've got to put them in and just sit back under this brolly. big. It's a barbel. Slightly deformed tail there. It's a pity. It's a nice dorsal fin. It would be 2.5 pounds maybe. Well, it's going on 7:30 and it's getting quite cold now. Clear skies after all that rain earlier on. The river has been coming up all the time I've been. It's probably come up a foot and it's continuing to come up. And with all the rain forecast for the weekend, I suspect it'll be mountainside by Monday. But just had that one little barbel. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day and pack up. So from the banks of the River Ouse, here at Nunmonkton, take care. See you again. Bye bye. This is top of Weir. Saturday, I think it's the 28th of September. After all that rain we had yesterday, really wet through at Nunmonkton. That's looking down towards the island. All that you can see is a bush sticking out the top. Well, all that rain's coming down which we had yesterday, the remains of Hurricane Jerry. It's a beautiful day compared with yesterday, and it absolutely lashed down with rain. And tomorrow the forecast for more rain. The remains of Hurricane Lorenzo apparently, so probably up even more on Monday. And it's carrying a nice colour too. Yeah, salmon anglers will be pleased. This will probably start the main autumn run for October. Salmon will get up there easily. Well, after my trip to the Ouse at Nunmonkton yesterday when I had that little fish, I've come down to under the River Swale at Foraging, and you can see it's well up, but it's just beginning to turn and start falling. Although tomorrow we're going to get the remnants of Hurricane Lorenzo apparently, and I imagine they'll be back up again, if not this height, probably higher. It's a lovely afternoon, glorious, as you can see, wall to wall sunshine. It's warm, the water temperature is 17 Celsius, and it's about 3:30. So I just get cast in and enjoy the afternoon. There won't be many of these left once we get into October. It's Saturday the 28th of September. It's Monday the 30th of September. And we've had heavy rain yesterday, all day. And there's more rain to come. Only this afternoon. It would seem we're going to get a month's rain in about 12 hours. Doesn't look that way, but you never know. And then of course we've got Hurricane Lorenzo, the remains of it coming in later in the week, usually by about Thursday. Anyway, you can see where it is on top of the weir. The weir's just about disappeared. There you can see the top limit sign. And there's a weir from the downstream side. There's a fair bit off the road. I would think it's probably 8 feet off the road, so they'll be relieved in these flats. Whether they'll still be relieved towards the end of the week when we get a bit more rain, who knows. But it must be a bit exciting having this right outside your back door. That bush sticking out the island there will give you some idea of how high it is. And it's carrying a good colour. If you can find a hole to fish in, I would think it might be a good day for barbel. So this is Thornton Bridge on the 30th of September. It's a nice looking bridge. I've never really stopped and had a look at it before. And it's shields, tracery. Well, I'm standing on Thornton Bridge looking upstream. And this is Thornton Bridge looking downstream. This is the water tower at Benningborough Hall. And just beyond is the River Ouse. Let's go and have a look at it. It's about 4 feet off the top of the flood bank here, but the other side is completely flooded. So we'll walk down to the mouth of the Nid. It's not far downstream. Well, I've come down to Nid mouth. There's a little information here brought here about the tansy beetle, which I've made a video of a while ago on Fulford Ings in York. It's an amazing looking thing. So the Nid comes in over there somewhere. I think those bushes, which appear to be in the middle, are in fact on the left bank, looking downstream on the Nid. So all that water on the right hand side of those bushes, looking from here, is where it's burst its banks. And this is the Ouse which I'm standing on, which goes way, way down there towards York. And if you were prepared to walk far enough, you could fish it. Over there where those trees are is the leads Dasser fishery. On this side it's York, and a bit further down the river has burst its banks on the left bank, and you can see the floodwater over there in Benningborough Hall, Parkland. There's somebody over there on the Leeds Dasser stretch, obviously walked down from Lawrence Farm. I don't see the angler. He's probably packed in. And this is what you have to contend with as the water rises. Great rafts of rubbish lift up off the bank and drift downstream. Here you can see the river's only about a foot off the bank top. It won't take much to push it over there. There are conkers everywhere. You can't help but stop and have a look at them. I know that's probably to do with my youth. I used to play conkers a lot when we were kids. In fact, at one stage I entered the World Conker Championships at Ashton and got knocked out on the first round on the 3 occasions I went. There's just something about them. It's very difficult to resist picking a few up and sticking them in your pocket. But today, in the internet age, kids aren't interested in these. Yet when I was a kid, these would be like gold dust. Yeah. Kids don't know what they're missing. Here there are shaggy ink caps. If you catch them young, they're really tasty, nice to eat. But once they start shedding their spores, going sort of black, inky black, obviously you can't eat them. And there's one which is more or less completed shedding its spores. But this one might be alright. You can see there it's just beginning to turn, so it's not really edible. You really need them when they're small. There's one now which is worth taking. There's probably 3 of them here. There's another one. So when they're white right through, they make very good eating. But of course you may be allergic to them, so you don't want a great big plateful. First time, just try half of one and see if it makes you ill. They're very delicate and they don't last long, you can't keep them. So this is I'm standing on the Benningborough bank, the left bank, on the Ouse, looking across at the Leeds non-Moncton car park. There was a car there when I first came, which is gone, but you can see that the field from the car park across to the flood bank is itself flooded. But I don't know whether the car park is flooded, but you could, at a pinch, walk round the top of that field there, because the flood only goes halfway up, and you would have access to the Leeds Dasser non-Moncton stretch near the top end. But I have a sneaky feeling the car park will be flooded as well as the field. And there you can see Newton-on-Ouse Church. This little wall is called an aha. Strange name. They built a ditch in front and put this wall in to prevent livestock getting out of the field. The alternative was to put a fence, not dig the ditch or the wall, just put a fence up, but of course that tended to obscure the view. So the aha meant there was a continuous line of vision from the house across the parkland. Now, of course, the view is completely obscured by trees, which defeats the whole object of it. Nevertheless, it's an interesting, I don't know what it'd be, 18th century invention. All big houses haven't had them. Lovely avenue of lime trees. This drive which leads up to Billingborough Hall. It's wonderfully symmetrical. There's a clock in on one side and there's a bell on the other side. And at this time of year it's closed, so it's really quiet. Although there is a farm shop which you can visit, which I think is open all year round. It's a lovely Georgian building. Well, I'm at Newton-on-Ouse, and these are the steps. And you can see over there, it's right over the bank. And you can see the little flood bank which leads from the Leeds-Data car park. The field behind it is completely flooded. Right the way across. Unfortunately, the gate into the little compound, which is used by Leeds-Data for parking, has given up the ghost. It's obviously been on its last legs for a long time. When I was driving back up here, talking about conkers, in the paper this week there has been this warning about them becoming extinct in this country because of a leaf miner eats the insides of the leaves, and it's absolutely devastating the horse chestnut trees, not to mention horse chestnut canker, which arrived about 10 years ago. That's also knocking 7 bells out of them. So conkers might become a rarity. Anyway, I've come to the swale. It's about 3:30. It's miles high. I think I'm halfway across a field here. But I know where the bank of the river is. It's about 20 feet away. But yeah, I'll just lob a couple of pellets in there and just sit back and read the paper. I'm not expecting to catch anything, but it's just a lovely day to be out after all that rain yesterday. I mean, this morning was nice and sunny. It's a little overcast now, but there's no wind and it's warm. And the forecast for the rest of the week with the remnants of Hurricane Lorenzo coming in are horrendous. Given the height of this river at the moment, any more watering in, it'd be up on the blooming road.
Actually dislodged some, they're actually floating down.
Well, the water temperature is 54 Fahrenheit, which is a bit colder than it was last week. It's now 5:30. Zilch. Noisy cows. Well, I stuck that feather in when I arrived, and the level hasn't changed at all. It's exactly the same. It's 7:15, and after a lovely sunny morning, slightly overcast afternoon, it's turned into a thoroughly miserable evening. It's raining steady away. So all this water will be running into the rivers. I'll fish on for a little while, but I'm not terribly optimistic. But, when the conditions are like this, the river is so big, you throw the bait out more in hope than in expectation, neither of which should be realised. So that's where we're at. Big, very big. Well, the rain is relentless, and it's after 7 o'clock now, so I'll call it a day. I'm just here packing up. It's bucketed now with rain. Walking back the car. At least the car's not very far away today. But from the banks of a very flooded River Swale. I'll see you again. Take care. Bye bye.